Hello everyone, I'm Ravi Verma, co-founder and CTO of IMS. Today we'll be going through installation of Istio into Kubernetes. But before going there, let's try to understand a few concepts of Istio, like what is Istio and why it is used. After that, we'll go for the implementation. So for today's agenda will be what and why Istio. Then we'll go for Istio deployment to Kubernetes. After that, we'll deploy a demo application and we'll see it working. Okay, so start with what and why Istio. So basically Istio is an open source service mesh, which is used in case of multiple or multi microservices architecture, like big organizations or even smaller organizations use. Like whenever we have a microservices in place, there we use it to help in networking as well and as bringing it to more secure infrastructure. Why we need it? Basically, we need it to secure our communication, like microservice communications, plus we can monitor it, we can extend it. So for that, we need it. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of Istio architecture. We had discussed in past session, like why Envoy was required and how Envoy works. So in that session, we had discussed like Envoy was, we were discussing like how it is injected into the pod and it works as a sidecar proxy. But imagine a situation when we have thousands of microservices and they want to communicate with each other. All of them need to be configured the way we want. To configure all of the Envoy sidecar proxy, it is very difficult for a single person or maybe multiple person also to go and manually configure each and every sidecar. So to manage it at one place, Istio comes into picture. So Istio, so we can say Istio is a control plane for Envoy proxy. So it basically manages all the Envoys sitting at one place. So that's where we use Istio to manage all the proxies in a mesh. So that's a high level information about Istio. We'll be covering into deep details of Istio in future sessions. So for this session only, we are keeping it at a high level. Now we'll go for a deployment. So for that, we can go to this link and download the latest Istio application, which we'll be using it to install application, basically application and an Istio into the Kubernetes. So let's go to this path and download latest Istio. So we can go to this path, we can come and we can see whichever is the latest one we can download for our environment. So currently I'm running in Windows. So let's download for Windows. Okay, it's downloaded. I'll just cut it and put it into a place where we can access it for our demo. So we just downloaded it, extract it here. Fine, we have Istio downloaded. Let me cut it out. If you have two layers, we'll have only one. I'll bring it up. Fine, I'm deleting this guy. Fine, so we need to fire a few commands to install it. First, we need to go to that folder and start doing configuration. Okay, so let's go to Istio. Need to set a path so that we can access it directly from the command line. So let's do it. So I'm adding this path to our path environment variable so that we can run directly istio directly from here, from the command line. So path, the older path, all old path plus new one slash bin. So we can check Istio version. So let's see if istio is accessible now. Okay, so let's see the content. What are the things it has first? So it is having one bin folder in which we have istio binary available. And it is having few configurations. So we'll be using few of the configurations for our demo today. Let's go and check. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, too many things were open, so it seemed my PC got hanged, but yeah, it's back. Istio version, let's try. So, yeah. So istio is it in path and we can use it now for installation. So we have a different profile for Istio, but for today we'll be using demo profile to install and to see how it works. Other profiles we'll discuss in future sessions. So let's go and install Istio directly into Kubernetes. So we have Kubernetes already in place. So that also we can check kubectl get nodes. Already it is configured. No need to worry. It will install into this Kubernetes. Okay, so command is istio install set profile. So profile, as I was telling, it is having multiple profile. Usually when we install by default, that will go with the default profile, but for demo, we'll be using demo profile. Demo -y means if it is, it will ask question. So y means yes to that question. It will take few minutes, 1 to 2 minutes to install it into cluster. So core installed. Now it will install stod. After that, it will install Ingress, then Ingress. And then installation will be done. Stod installed. It will be installing Ingress and Egress. Fine, done. So we have used the latest version as of this video 1.17.1 to install this version. After that, what we need to do to make Istio work after the installation, we need to tag a namespace for which we want to onboard. Like that particular namespace need to be onboarded to Istio first. So we need to label it so that whenever we deploy anything into that namespace, Istio automatically pushes a sidecar Envoy proxy into the each of the pods, basically. So that we'll see in action. What we can do, we'll tag it the default namespace so that whenever we deploy, all the pods will get proxy injected in it. So to tag the namespace, we need to run kubectl label namespace. So basically we are labeling namespace default namespace we are labeling. Istio injection enabled. So when it is tagged, any new deployments automatically will get sidecar proxy. So if you see, if it is, we are having anything currently, kubectl get pods, nothing is there. Fine. So nothing is there. We'll go ahead and deploy our new application. So to deploy, we'll be using demo application provided by Istio itself. So it is simple the way we deploy. So kubectl apply will be using an F, and then we can go to samples, then book info, platform, kube, book info. So this is the application we'll be deploying, and we'll see how it is working under Istio, like what all the paths it is taking. Yeah, so it's deploying, it's creating service account, service, deployments, everything needed. So now we can see what all the things got deployed. kubectl get pods. So now we should have it. So we can see here. So it is 2 of 2. So we need to wait it all those to be ready. So one is the actual image, application image, and another one is proxy, Envoy proxy. So let's wait to become ready. Yeah. So now it is ready. So services also we can see what all the services it got deployed. kubectl get service. We have detail service, product page, rating, review. So everything is up. We can now configure it to access it from the outside of the cluster. So for that, what we need to do, we need to deploy a gateway, ingress controller, anything. So we'll be deploying gateway, Istio gateway to access it. For that, we can do kubectl again, apply -f samples, book info, networking, book info gateway. Yeah. So we need to wait it for to get it external IP so that we can exit it from the outside. So let's check kubectl get service first, then we'll see gateway. We have book info gateway, and we need to find it IP of it. Let's see what other information it is providing. Okay. So let me describe it. Describe. Okay, everything is up and fine. Okay, so now check if everything is deployed correctly. We need to run one command, istio-ctl analyze. So it analyzes all the configurations and checks whether everything is fine. So let's run it. So no issues. Now we need to get basically the IP, the external IP, so that we can connect. For that, we need to get the IP. So for that, we need to run a command kubectl get service istio ingress gateway. Yes, so we can see we have already this load balancer created and we have external IP. We can go to this IP and access the page. Let's go ahead and open product page. Yes, it's up and running. We have successfully deployed book info application, and if we refresh, we see few behavior. So, okay, let me go to the terminal. I can explain here. kubectl get pods. So if we see, we have details page, details one page, one application, only one version we have. For product page also we have one version. For rating we have one, and for reviews we have three different applications, basically three versions. So if we refresh it, we get it changed. So in the first one, when it is coming, it is not having any stars. We can see here. If we refresh it again, we are getting another, like it is having rating and color. We can see the difference. Now the third one more we have, third one which comes from the black one. So all three are working fine. So we are getting the request. We are sending the request, we are getting the response, and we are able to see it. So we saw and we deployed it successfully. Let's go and check like where and all how it is going. So we'll open Kiali Dashboard and we'll see few of the flows, not in very much detail, but very high level. So for that, we need to deploy few packages add-on. So that will do. Let's go and deploy that. kubectl samples add-ons. So it will deploy a few of the like Kiali, Grafana, and few others as well. Yeah, it's done. To open Kiali dashboard, we need to run Istio ctl dashboard Kiali. So we can access that page at this URL. Let's go here, open it. Yes, so we can see. So namespace and all we have, all namespaces we can check. We can, let's go to graph and we can check default one in which our application got deployed. It takes some time to refresh as it is having refresh rate. So let's change it to maybe 15 seconds and refresh. Yeah, now we can generate some traffic so that it captures. Yeah, so we can see product page, it's going to details, it is getting, it's talking to detail service, and it is getting information from the pod. We have reviews, we have three different microservices, and ratings we have one. So this is the way, like we are seeing from Ingress, the request is coming here, product page, and product page is communicating with all other services to get the information on the page. Yeah, so we successfully deployed Istio. We successfully deployed a demo application. We can now access the dashboard and we can see how the flows are like happening, from which and all services it is going and communicating. That's all for this video. If you have any question, please feel free to contact at contact@ims.ai. Thank you.